It's day 4 of the World Cup, and I'm preparing to watch Germany versus Curaçao. But I thought we'd go through some of the results that we've had so far from the AI prediction challenge. Yesterday we had 4 games, and we obviously had Qatar against Switzerland, which was 1-1, and we had correct results predicted by Emmanuel and the Chaos Engine. Nobody else scored for that match, so those two both got it exactly 1-1. We had Brazil against Morocco, and the only person who managed to get that completely right was me. So I got the 1-1 there. Nobody else got a point. Most people felt that Brazil would win that. We had the fantastic result for Scotland, beating Haiti 1-0. Nobody was exact with that. Everybody got 1 point apart from Emmanuel and the Chaos Engine. And then the final result yesterday was Australia Engine. So if we take those results and we apply the usual 3 points if you're exactly right, 1 point if you got the right result but not the correct scoreline, then this is what the league table looks like at the moment. So me and Claude are currently in the lead. The Chaos Engine is doing rather well, and in fact shows why it has been included in here. So the Chaos Engine uses the FIFA rankings as a proxy for relative team strength, and then we convert that ranking gap into the number of expected goals for each team. We then sample plausible scorelines from a Poisson distribution and apply a controlled randomization layer to that. So we avoid really deterministic outputs and keep the results within a realistic football score range. So it's about as random as we can make it while still being plausible and possible. And the reason it was included was just to see whether people could outperform, random selection. And at the moment, Chaos Engine is third. So, but the point is, we're really, really early in at the moment. We're only 8 games in out of 104, so it's too early to begin to notice patterns or draw conclusions. But we probably will be able to do so as we get more results. It's going to be fascinating to see if the Chaos Engine stays where it is. We've got today's predictions, so let's pull those up. Yep, and we've got a spread of results here, but what is interesting is how common some of the results are. So you'd think in a way that 4-0 to Germany might be, a bit of an outlier, might be something that it would be difficult to find much correlation between the different models and indeed the humans, etc. But we are where we are. Lots of them have gone for 4-0. Is that a lack of variance, or is it coalescence to the algorithmically expected result based on shared input data from our dossiers? Well, it's difficult to say that because some don't use that. I mean, DeepSeek has predicted 4-0 as well, but it doesn't use those dossiers, nor obviously do the statistical models betting market and our humans. So it's interesting that many of the results are predicted to be roughly the same, but maybe that's because that is what would be expected to occur more often than other results by whichever predictive model that you were going to be using. It's one of the things that we'll have a look at as we go through. So, obviously people tend to think that Germany are going to beat Curaçao. The Chaos Engine has pulled a 2-2 draw for that one, which, good luck with that. Curaçao scoring 2 goals would be quite the thing. We'll see. Netherlands versus Japan, 11 o'clock. Many people there going for a 2-1 win for Netherlands. Ivory Coast versus Ecuador is a little bit more open. We do have results going both ways there. Lots of 1-1 draws as well. Might be an interesting game. And then Sweden against Tunisia also has results going both ways, but I think Sweden probably favourites of that one. It will be really interesting with Gyökeres and Isak both playing up front there. So, it's going to be a fantastic day today. 4 more games that'll take us to 12. We'll be over 10% of the tournament done. Still be too early to draw any conclusions, but it will be increasingly interesting as we have a look at the league table to try and see whether the more expansive models predict better than the cheaper and unpaid models. Enjoy the football if you're watching it, and like and subscribe to follow the tournament, and I'll probably speak to you tomorrow.